this is just a holy shit kind of thing. These people have used at UCLA have used an ultrasound machine to jumpstart the brain of a coma patient.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
And wake him up.
Okay.
They've used that's just fucking cool.
Yeah.
That they've used targeted sound pulses with an ultrasound machine to target parts of your brain to force somebody in a coma to wake up.
I didn't realize ultrasounds were that, like, precise.
They can be. UCLA Associate Professor of Psychology and Neurosurgery. As his name suggests, the treatment uses sonic stimulation to stir the neurons in the thalamus, the brain's focal center for processing information. This was done because as previously assertions likely made clear, doctors hope that this would jumpstart the brain back into functionality. And notably, according to the UCLA newsroom's release, the patient regained full consciousness and full language comprehension after 3 days. He even fist bumped the doctors to say goodbye.
How long was he in a coma?
Yeah. Let me see if it says.
Yeah, I'm on the UCLA newsroom right now.
25-year-old man.
Egg-shaped structure.
So he was young. That helps.
Why was he in a coma? That's my second question.
It doesn't state in the article that was sent to me.
Because there's a lot of reasons to go into a coma.
Yes. But it's still cool that it's
still cool.
Well, yeah, I think it is. I mean, I don't necessarily think that probably works every time for coma patients.
Yeah. Well, they have to study it more.
But, I mean, for certain kinds of them, it may work, right?
And any chance is better than what we have now.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the people are even saying it's possible that we're just very lucky when they happen to have stimulated the patient just as he was spontaneously recovering.
Right. The scientists are being legit about it.
Right.
That's weird. My O wasn't working for a second.
But I'm going to give it a little more credit than that.
Coma.
Well, that's certainly something that probably should be studied some more.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
But any type of...
Yep, 25 years old. This must be the same article.
Yeah, that is your...
The technique called low-intensity focus ultrasound pulsation.
That's fucking cool. Like, I thought an ultrasound was just like your general area, burst some sound waves at it.
They can pinpoint it.
I didn't realize they could do that. Well, yes.
You just focus it.
Yes, you just...
Well,
I
they
suppose.
use... It's varying frequency. It's like a sonar map. It's
yeah.
Really kind
that's what it says. They said the device is safe because it emits only a small amount of energy, less than conventional Doppler ultrasound.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, with no harmful effects, why the fuck not study the shit?
Well,
awesome. Well, no harmful effects
that we found out
so far. Right.
So far.
This is the first trial. Well,
but if it turns out there are harmful effects, everybody who's ever gotten ultrasound is fucked.
Yeah, sure. Well, no.
In the brain.
I was just about, because not everybody's had an ultrasound directly into their brain.
In fact, normally they don't
do
that. It's right it's an MRI or a
usually
CAT
the head
scan.
is an MRI.
So anyway, I think that's pretty amazing. I give 4 fucks about the potential for that. I think we need to study it.
I think we need to study it. Yes.
But that's what I give fucks about. That that we possibly got it to work, and we could help people recover from comas. That's amazing.
Which is
and it's science, and I give everything awesome science 2 fucks.
Which is a medical condition that we have almost zero. Well, we don't have zero knowledge of, but like the ability.
Right, but
to
outside
stop
of Kill
somebody.
Bill, we just don't. People can't come back from comas.
No, they sometimes do. We just don't know why.
Right.
That's the problem.
We don't know why they go into that either, though.
Just a jump start of the brain.
Unless we intentionally put them there, which we do.
Which we do, yeah.
And then sometimes we can't get them out.
Yep.
Right, at that point, if you're bad enough to be in a medically induced coma, do you want to come back?
Well, after
eventually, yes.
After you've dealt with the problem that you were put under.
I'm going to speak for me in the future self. Yes.
If I'm ever in a coma,
if there's any doubt, yes.
I'm going to say it depends on what my quality of life is.
Right.
If the produce section at Woodman's will have a better quality of life than me, then no. No, just harvest whatever shit still works and give it to somebody who needs it.
Okay.
But other than that...
I give like 2.
But then you'd still be in a coma, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go flat out and give this 5 fucks because this is in a way, it's breakthrough medical shit. Something that's new that hasn't been done before, and that the potential for it could be fucking
be
great. But then it turned around as a flop. My 5 fucks just went out the window. I didn't lose anything, so fuck it.
Pete, give any fucks?
I'll give it 3.
3? Alright.
Okay.
What a fuck-worthy topic.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna. I've got another one. I've got a long list, so I'm gonna go get through them as quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rapid fire session, go.
Graphene-fed silkworms produce
Graphene, like graphite, but graphene.
actually, what they do is they
it's
pepper carbon nanotubes on the silkworm's food.
Oh. They feed them carbon nanotubes
on the food.
So somehow they shit out carbon nanotubes.
It's super strong silk. The
it's
carbon embeds in the silk
okay.
that can be made to conduct electricity. The silk is as smooth and silky as regular silk, but 50% higher in stress before breaking, and can be made to conduct electricity.
That was my question. How the fuck?
Oh, wow.
So I'll read the article. Silk is a naturally sourced fiber product in the textile applications, not just for its beauty, but also for its mechanical strength. And one study has found a report that the gossamer thread becomes even stronger and tougher when the silkworms are fed carbon nanotubes and graphene. Graphene, a carbon nanoparticle, considered a miracle material, has shown massive potential in energy, electronics, medicine, and more. Silkworms, the larvae of silk moths, spin their thread from silk protein produced in their salivary glands. So a study by somebody I can't pronounce at a university I can't pronounce. I'll try. It's Ying Ying Zhang from Tsinghua University. Examined the effects of adding graphene to the silkworm's diet of mulberry leaves. The researchers sprayed mulberry leaves with an aqueous solution containing 0.2% by weight of either carbon nanotubes or graphene, and then collected the silk after the worms spun their cocoons. Collecting the as-spun silk fibers is standard in silk production, so feeding the silkworms the carbon nanotubes was a much simpler method than treating the regular silk with nanomaterial dissolved in a chemical solution after collecting. According to the study, the carbon-enhanced silk was twice as tough as regular silk and could withstand at least 15% higher stress before breaking. Zhang's team tested the conductivity of the structure after heating the silk fibers to 1,050 degrees Celsius, which is 1,922 Fahrenheit, to carbonize the silk protein. Unlike untreated silk, the carbon-enhanced silk conducted electricity. Additionally, spectroscopy and microscopic imaging showed the modified silk fibers had a more ordered crystalline structure. Garments made using this smart textile so far have many more potential uses than those created using traditional materials. The conductive fabric using this carbon-enhanced silk could have applications in biomedicine, showing an athlete the tension and pressure applied to the area during exertion. It could also be used for tech for electronic clothing that can talk to your smartphones. The scientists created biodegradable medical implants that could potentially incorporate these silk fibers into their work. According to the material scientist Yaopeng Zhang of Donghua University, the method used by the team at Tsinghua University is an easy way to produce high-strength silk fibers on a large scale, so we could be one step closer to an exciting future of readily wearable tech that could improve the lives of everyone.
Did you say 15% or 50% stronger?
He's a 50.
50, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know how the fuck you make that conduct electricity. Or silk doesn't conduct electricity, or at least not well.
Not well.
Carbon doesn't conduct electricity, at least not well.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
That's
Carbon?
what,
Just flat up carbon.
Yeah.
like charcoal?
Yes.
Yes.
That
Diamonds?
conducts very well.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't pay attention.
Outside of water, what are you made out of?
Well, but we're how much water? 90 some percent.
Is it 70?
70%.
Is it 70? Oh, I thought it was like 90 some.
And then the other, there's like
and then we're made out of carbon.
15%
Yes.
carbon, and then like 5% Taco Bell.
Well, it depends on who, but yes. Huh.
anyway.
Well, because when I think of good conductors, I think like gold, copper, like metals.
Right, but
yes,
but it's a crystalline structure.
Okay.
The thing is,
that's cool.
The applications. First off, silk is a really fine fiber.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can make a really fine fiber that conducts electricity super well, that is a renewable resource.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's not like there's a finite amount of copper in the world. There is not a finite amount of silk as long as there are still silkworm larvae.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That's awesome. And then when they're talking about like the stress, having it react to the stress on your limbs for like a cast, and silk, Mythbusters did a thing. There's a certain number layers of silk, as long as they're not threaded in the same direction, are actually bulletproof.
Wow.
Silk is an extremely strong material.
I've seen where they wet it down and use it to bend metal bars and shit like that. Like it's really
that's
strong.
one of the reasons samurais wore silk robes. They had all that layered silk clothing.
Well, they had silk and then they had wool underneath that, and they had a wood set of armor on top with metal.
No.
But they also had.
I mean, when they're not fighting.
When
they're
okay.
walking around.
They're okay.
When they're, because you don't wear your armor
Yes.
every day unless you're a D&D character.
Yes.
So outside of role-playing games, most people wear normally comfortable
Normal
clothes.
Gotcha.
They wore silk because it was hard to cut through.
All right.
So the idea that we can make this, we have this super tough natural fabric that we can make even stronger. I mean, safety ropes.
I like the fact that it conducts electricity, because like they said, that with like people who are amputees or stuff like that, your clothing then interacts with your fake limb, whatever you want to call it, prosthetic. It can interact with that.
Because it can't already.
No, I'm sure it can, but this just makes it less. There's not a giant fucking wire.
Plus, the other thing
down
is
your
silk
arm.
is very lightweight.
That's
so
true.
if you use wires made from silk as opposed to conventional wire.
Yeah.
And then with that, and on top of that, with like, I don't know if this is even relevant, but like they're doing like studies that they're making it so like prosthetic limbs can move off of your thought impulses, and connecting that could be used as a conductor with that.
That's fucking awesome.
Plus, if you can make a silk nightcap instead of having to wear a big bulky Professor X Cerebro harness on your head.
Well, see, you're talking here about using your mind to make limbs fucking shit. This is the bottommost layer of the jumpsuit of the person who's inside the mech.
Yeah,
that's what this is.
this literally the silk pajamas. Technically,
this is the beginning of Pacific Rim right here. Could be.
I think that's.
Well, it can. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say it can transfer electricity, but can it transfer information? Yes, it can.
Because it can transfer
electricity.
It's a good thing
because that's all it is.
It's a good thing one of the computer tech guys in the room didn't ask that stupid question.
Yeah, no shit. I almost did. I thought twice. That's fucking awesome. Who gave you those stories? Were those the random people or those Timmy?
No, those were the two that I got from the Futurist because I.
Oh, your ones? Those are fucking awesome.
This one is from.
Do you give fucks about?
Oh yeah, I'll actually go 5 fucks for that because
I give 5 fucks about that because I like future tech, and that's
well because
cutting edge.
It's all the things about bringing the person out of the coma that I loved. It's all the same medical advancement, making life better shit, plus giant robot jumpsuits. So it needs It needs all 5 fucks.
I give 5 fucks.
5 fucks were given.
I'll go 4.
I figure PD won't get.
Throwing a pissy party.
I'm not.
No, he did 4.
I just don't care that much.
That's more than he's given on most things.
That's true.
We have already given more fucks, I think, than we gave all last season.
On those 2, right? I think we gave.
If you like what you just saw, why not check out our last episode? Or subscribe, or like, or comment. Do something.